As promised, today we're looking at Absolute Flash, Issue 2. The first issue was mostly about setup, who the Flash is, how he got his powers, and what is going to happen as a direct response. Now we can move on to Issue 2 and live in this world a little bit more, set up the main goal for this arc, and explore the characters a little deeper. I'm going to spoil it right now though. I don't think it does that very well. Don't get me wrong, I did have a good time reading it. It was enjoyable, and it was entertaining, but nothing happens in it. It's like the middle part of a trilogy. It just kind of sits where the last one ended, but doesn't really move forward to take us to wherever it's going to go. Again, I was entertained, I had fun reading it, and it was good book to read. It was good book, very good book. But it doesn't advance the story. We do learn a little bit more about something that happens, but it doesn't really help us that much in what the book is supposed to be about. I still don't know what exactly the story of Absolute Flash is. For the third time, it still is a good read. If you read this, you buy it, you read it, you're going to have a good time. It's not a bad book. I just would have wanted a clear move forward for the story rather than it sitting right where issue 1 ended. You know, we got issue 1, and then issue 2 should be moving away from what happened at the end of issue 1 to bring us to what is going to happen in issue 3 or beyond. And instead, we get issue 1 and then like tacked on right at the very end. This is issue 1 and issue 2 is like this part of issue 1 doesn't make any sense. What I would have wanted would, you understand. Okay, wow, I did not mean for it to become a whole review right at the beginning before we even dive into what happens. So with that seamless transition, oh crap, I forgot to put the Flash stuff up here. Wow, look at this Flash stuff. Flash. Like I alluded to before, we start this issue right where the last one ended. Captain Boomerang's tracking boomerang finds Wally, and a chase ensues. We see Captain Cold using his cold gun. Why is that such a hard thing to say? We see Captain Cold using his cold gun. The last issue never named this guy, but I mean, we all knew who it was. Wally is flushed out of the cave, past golden gliders, golden lightsabers, golden gliders, golden lightsabers, golden gliders, golden lightsabers, golden gliders, golden lightsabers, golden gliders, zoom, 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 past golden glider, only being done in by a cold blast right at Wally's feet. But it doesn't last long. Wally frees his foot with the power of dun 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 dun, a 2-page spread! I knew you'd come back to us, buddy. Wally this issue really only wants one thing, to be left alone so he can sulk. But rightfully so. It turns out Barry... Wow, oh my goodness, in this script I have Barry written out as BA equals RRYWS. Turns out Ba equals Ruiz machine didn't just explode, kill him, and give Wally speed. We flash back to the accident. Energy is attacking Wally, Barry is fine. He tries to save Wally, but Wally vanishes. Rudy shows up, he saw everything. He beats Barry. Oh, this is gonna peak. Oh no. Told you to stay away from him, but you had to mess with my kid, didn't you? You arrogant! Then Wally forms out of energy, scared, confused, and in pain. It's very heavily implied throughout this issue that Wally may have actually killed Barry, albeit unintentionally, but also maybe his dad too. We don't get a clear answer just yet, but I suspect it will happen soon. Wally keeps exploding energy out of his body, throws Barry back, and maybe did something to his dad, not sure yet. Wally explodes in the present as well. Luckily, Jessie has force field balls that protects them, and she tries to use one on Wally to keep him contained. But you all know the drill, it doesn't work. Boom. Wally, I don't even know how to describe this, it's just cool. Wally uses the power of awesome to just, boom, right out of the side. As best I can explain it. And I guess he unlocked his Sharingan too. This is just cool. And it's another showcase of Wally's new speed. I still don't know how to describe it though, so just feast your eyes. Oh yeah, that's a good panel. He outruns Golden Glider, but his mind is a jumbled mess. He's thinking about now and yesterday and both, then also the future, actually 2 futures, then suddenly it happens. I'm not here and I'm not back then. I'm forward, and I see what's coming. I see tomorrow. No, 2 tomorrows. 2 worlds. Am I a hero? Am I a monster? I didn't mention it last time, but these books are subtitled Of Two Worlds. The story must be building up to Wally fighting an evil version of himself. Some sort of monstrous future, maybe alternate world version is probably what this is alluding to. Kind of like this universe's version of Reverse Flash, kind of. I'm just reaching here and making this totally up. We still are not exactly sure what the point of this book is, but it's gotta mean something. Maybe even an internal battle, like Wally is so focused on trying to not become this evil, monstrous version of himself that he ends up going down some sort of path that messes with his brain, and he ends up becoming the very thing that he wanted to stop. Like a snake eating its own tail kind of situation. The act of not wanting to be evil is what sent him down the path to becoming the version of himself that he didn't want to be. Maybe he fails, and we end the arc with Wally becoming the very thing he wanted to destroy. I don't know! What I do know, though, is that I was totally right when last video I said I expected for these monkeys to return in the future. Wally evades the rogues and runs far out into the desert. Not happy with this, Cold orders to let him out. Harkness is apprehensive, but obliges. And out of the tank we get Grodd? Wait a minute. Yeah, this is our Gorilla Grodd, except clearly he's not a gorilla, just a monkey. We did see him a few times last issue, but I never once thought this was Grodd, so I never pointed it out. And that's it for issue 2. Like I said before, not much happens. Some alluding to what maybe could happen, but it's really stagnant. We're not entirely positive what we're seeing here is Wally seeing his future and the future of another world's Wally, or if he's just seeing two potential futures in the same world. But even that does not really help move any of the story forward, and it sounds like I keep ragging on this book. Again, this is a good book. It is very fun to read. It's just not something that you'd want to read on its own because of how amazing it is. It really only works as a complement to issue 1. Kind of like a 2-parter situation, except maybe a 3-parter because nothing happens. Why? Why does nothing happen? This entire issue is just Wally running away from the rogues. We still don't know what they're doing, who hired them, why they were hired. 2 of those were the same thing, but we just don't know. We don't know what the deal with these rogues are. I kind of thought in issue 1 that they were hired by Rudy to find his son, but after this issue, I think that I was wrong. Rudy might be dead. He might be dead. The reveal of Grodd is interesting, and I'm very curious what they do with this new, not physically imposing monkey version of him, and that leads me straight to our redesigns. Well, just one, Grodd. Based on what I said about the previous redesigns, you'd probably think I'm gonna tear this one to shreds. I'm actually not even close. This is a drastic departure from Grodd. I mean, it's not even Gorilla Grodd. It's not a gorilla, it's a monkey. I don't know what type of monkey, might be an actual species. I have no idea. This design is so cosmically different from what Grodd is supposed to be, but it's still just a genuinely really good design for a character. And since this is an alternate universe, there's absolutely no reason why they can't just take a recognizable name, slap it on a great design. I mean, I'm happy with it. I like the colors. I like the weird Demogorgon head split open thing with the exposed brain that is far too large for his head. I'm pretty sure the powers of this Grodd is probably going to be similar to Gorilla Grodd, the normal version, as far as, you know, telepathy and probably super genius, but I think it's going to be even smarter. That's my prediction. Yes, it is a huge departure from Gorilla Grodd from the normal universe. Like I said, he's not even a gorilla, but this is such a good design. As long as they do something interesting with Grodd, I have a feeling that most people probably aren't going to complain too much about the redesign. Cover time. Issue 2 had 6 covers, the original one, and 5 variants. This is the variant I have. This variant cost $25. Looking on eBay, I was definitely ripped off. This thing goes from anywhere from like $10 to $12. What a huge range. Way less than I actually got it for, still more than it's worth. I'm not saying it looks bad, but it doesn't look all that good either. I don't hate the art style at all. The art style is fine, but he looks so stiff while running. You'd expect it to be some huge dynamic pose, and I mean, clearly that's what McLean? Clearly that's what he was going for. or else he would have drawn something more dynamic. But it just looks kind of stiff and a little like I could have drawn it. And no matter what, even if it was the most beautiful cover in the world, there is no way on earth it would be worth any more than like $9. It's a new book, it's not even an issue 1, but it's not iconic, it's not from some like legendary artist or anything. Even a book, it's just a brand new, it's a brand new book from some guy that I haven't heard of, although he's probably very good. I mean, the cover's fine. I mean, I don't like it, but where am I going with this? Look, I overpaid. So if you're gonna get an issue 2 variant, get this one. This one is nice. Now let me just clarify so I don't look like too big of an idiot. Actually, this probably makes me look like more of an idiot. I didn't pick this up because I knew that it was expensive. I didn't even realize the price until I was at the counter, and by that point, it just seemed too embarrassing to go back, so I just said screw it. Issue 3 of Absolute comes out. Issue 3 of Absolute Issue 3 of Absolute Flash. Issue 3 of your mom. Issue 3 of Absolute comes out. Absolute Flash issue 3 comes out May 21st. But until then, I do have some other stuff planned. But first, let me know what you guys think of this type of video. As always, you know the drill. Subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about Absolute Flash so far. Go check out my LEGO Avengers Leviathan build video. I had a lot of fun making it. I'd like to do a lot more. People gotta watch it. If you do like LEGO, head over to my LEGO only channel, Peanut Butter and Bricks. There's only 2 videos on there right now, but there's gonna be a lot more. They're gonna be releasing at the same time as when they get released on this channel for now. It really depends if I wanna transition all my LEGO stuff solely over to Peanut Butter and Bricks. We'll see. Anyway, that's about it. Get out of here.